Pleased to have here on the show. I am a big fan of her work. Loved her in Billions, Watchmen, and so much more. And now she's in the new film Chick Fight, along with Alec Baldwin, Kevin Connolly, and Bella Thorne. She is Malin Akerman here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, Malin?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I am doing better for talking to you. Did you have to learn how to fight for this movie?
A few moves here and there, sure. I wouldn't call myself a true fighter, though. I mean, I wouldn't be able to go into the streets of Hollywood and knock someone out, but it was some fun stunt training.
Well, I mean, you could take some people in Hollywood. I mean, I've walked the streets myself, you know.
Yeah, maybe a few.
Certainly, you wouldn't want to take on any of those superheroes dressed up in superhero costumes that would just be strolling around.
No, I wouldn't dare try.
Because okay. So how did you come across this movie?
It's actually a dear friend of mine, Paul Layden, who directed it, had the script for a few years, and we had been chatting about it. And I was originally just going to produce it, but as we got into sort of character development and getting closer to the shooting, I started getting jealous, and I thought, no, I definitely want to get in on this and get in the ring. And so we decided to go in on it together and get it started and get a great cast together and make a fun film.
Yeah, and so you actually got in the ring yourself on occasion for this, right?
I did. I did get in the ring myself. It was definitely a combination of myself and some really great stunt doubles. But we had Shauna Galligan, who was our stunt choreographer. She's one of the stunt doubles on the Avengers films. She's incredible.
Right.
And so she gave us some really great choreography to follow, and we did our best. You know, it was a 17-day shoot, and we had about 2 days to learn the choreography, and
wow,
and gave it our all.
17 days, so 2.5 weeks, and you were in and out and done. Was that a COVID situation, or was
it was before COVID. That was a financial thing. It's an independent film. We only had enough money to shoot for 17 days, and
right.
So we had to get it all in that course of time.
Again, Chick Fight is available. We're all digitally and on demand today, and also available in theaters. Should that be the case as well?
Exactly.
And so, okay, what do you get the most when you're walking around? Or obviously pre-pandemic, and you're walking around. You're in a restaurant. What do people come up to you and talk to you about? What from your film?
Predominantly, well, actually, I guess now there's 4, but it's either have the diehard Watchmen fans. I've got the 27 Dresses fans, because that seems to run a lot on television.
Right.
27 Dresses and Couples Retreat are sort of in the same category. I get both of those, and then Billions from a lot of New Yorkers.
Is there? No, I'm wondering how this Venn diagram. Are there any people who are Billions, Watchmen, and 27 Dresses fans? Do they exist, do you think, on planet Earth?
Yes, they do.
Wow.
I have met one, and I don't know if that it might be a Malin fan who dislikes my film.
Well, and it's just his name is Paul Giamatti, which is very strange. It could be. I don't know if Paul.
I love Paul.
I know. I mean, look, I that's the one thing you and I might have in common. After your character departed Billions, I did one episode playing myself in the in the boxing match between Mafee and Dollar Bill.
Yes.
I was the announcer that.
Oh my God! Amazing.
Yes,
I remember that.
Look
at you.
I'm that guy playing myself. I channeled my inner sportscaster and sports host. But I got to tell you, it was amazing, though, just being around that cast and being around that set. It seemed like normal, like it seemed like everyone truly did seem to like each other. And it was amazing, Malin.
It's a wonderful cast. It's a wonderful cast and crew. I mean, it really is. Everyone is normal and just happy to be there. And I mean, they got the most talented actors on that show. It was a pleasure to be a part of it.
You got a good story that is potentially family friendly from the set, from your character, your favorite scene, anything like that? You got anything?
I don't know. I mean, I can tell you that it's nice to be on a show called Billions because you get to fake, helicopter ride, and we had this amazing house out in the Hamptons that we shot in a couple of times. So there was some decadence to shooting this show.
So
That's for sure.
So you got the taste of what it would actually be to have billions, pretty much.
Yeah, it would be nice. It'd definitely be nice, although I wouldn't want to be in that world. But it would definitely be nice to have the money.
Well, I could see, though, sometimes you might have fun playing somebody who had no scruples on occasion, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that was something else, right? I mean, did you at all, I guess, travel in those circles to prepare for that role in any way, shape, or form?
Not really. You know, she was the thing I loved about Lara is she, you know, I could really understand her because she didn't come from money. You know, they were self-made, her and Bobby, and I think that is her grit, and there wasn't much to explore because she doesn't operate in that world. She is his wife and his backbone, and or was, you know, and so it was more just about being a strong woman on the home front, which I could relate to.
Malin Akerman here on the Rich Eisen Show on Peacock and our radio audience. I've got a few items that have been culled from interviews that you've done prior to this one that have also been placed on the old internet, and sometimes we like to ask them of our guests for a segment we called Celebrity True or False. So I'm going to give you these, and you tell me if this is true or if it is false. Okay? Let's do this with Malin Akerman on the Rich Eisen Show.
Celebrity true or false?
You can't handle the truth.
See, we got production value and everything, Malin. Okay.
I love it.
First up, you were a competitive figure skater for 10 years. True or false?
True.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was. I competed nationally in Canada. I grew up Canadian, you know, it's on the ice.
So, how close did you come to, you know?
The Olympics?
Yeah. Did that
I
ever
was
happen?
training. I was really full-on training that was my next step. And then, but I was also in high school, and that is when I discovered boys and parties, and I did not want to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning before school and then have to go after school and miss out on all the fun. So that was my deciding factor. It's so sad, isn't it?
No, it's your living life. I'm sure it was.
So.
I'm sure it was fun for you. But so, how good were you? I mean, were you really good for this 10 years?
I was all right. You know, I was doing just single axles. I couldn't do the doubles yet. I was working up to it. I could do all the jumps. Just most of them were singles. Some of them were doubles. Like a double flip I could do. But yeah, I was getting there. I was getting good for sure.
So, do you watch the Olympics, the Winter Games, with a special eye? I mean, seriously, because
I do, and I mean, I just feel like the requirements back when I was a teenager compared to what they are now. I mean, you have women doing triple axles, and it's just, you know, the standards are so high nowadays. I sit there with my heart up in my throat when I watch these girls and guys compete. It's pretty amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it is. So is there anybody that you were competing against that we would know? Somebody who went on?
No, nobody.
Okay.
No, there was nobody that I could say went on that I knew of. It was all sort of in the nationals.
Okay. Did you ever consider kneecapping your rival to prevent her from succeeding?
Many times, yeah.
Okay.
Many times.
Just want to make sure.
Decided not to. I, Tanya. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
just needed to ask that question. All right. Here's another item that we're wondering. Nutella is your major guilty pleasure. Is that true, Malin Akerman?
It is so true. It is so. I disgust myself. I eat so much of it. If it is in the house, I will finish. It doesn't matter how big the jar is. It can be one of those. It can be 2 gallons, and I will eat it all until I feel sick. There's no stop mechanism in me when it comes to Nutella.
There's no stopping you when it comes to Nutella.
Nope.
So what is the worst food that we would consider that you would not mix with Nutella that you have, Malin?
I wouldn't mix a thing with Nutella. I just spoon it out of the jar.
Come on.
Can't mix it with anything. No, I swear. That's the only way to eat it. I can't. People put it on bread or pancake. I could possibly do it on a crepe, but I don't like to mix my Nutella with anything. It's just got to be straight out of the jar.
Okay, so then
Like
have you ever ladled it then? I mean, then what's the largest item that you ever eaten your Nutella with? Just a regular size spoon? Is that basically it?
A regular size spoon. Yeah, I have not ladled it.
Okay.
Although I might as well have, because I've eaten enough spoonfuls in a sitting that it would be about 5 ladles.
That is amazing. All right, here's another one. Malin Akerman, true or false? You've been stung by bees and wasps a dozen times.
Yeah, if not more. I am like a magnet for those things. Lately, it's been pretty good. But when I was a kid, I can't even tell you how many times. It was probably more than that. But
oh my God!
Every summer I was at public pools a lot. So they like to hang around, and they just stepping on them and sitting on them and leaning on them. And one went into my neck and down my shirt, and I pulled my shirt right off in front of everyone. I mean, it was. Yeah, it's been an experience. I don't know what is happening.
Maybe it's the Nutella. It could be this could be all mixed together, Malin.
Exactly.
No question about that. No question.
Sweetness of the Nutella.
It could be all that. Well, look, I appreciate you calling in and endeavoring all of this together. I appreciate that. You got it. And
it's been a pleasure.
Same here. Congrats on Chick Fight. You know, what a great cast with you and Alec Baldwin and Kevin Connolly, some of our favorites.
Yeah. It's a really fun film, so I hope everyone enjoys it.
And you're a producer on it as well. Any thoughts of directing for you coming up one day?
Eventually, I would love to. Yeah, I have my eyes set on that, my heart set on that. But it's so time consuming, and so it's finding the time. You know, when you have a kid, I just want to be able to be with him as much as possible.
How old is your kid?
We'll figure it out.
How old?
He's 7.
7.
He's 7, yeah.
That is great.
So it's still that prime young age. I love it so much.
Exactly.
So a few more years, and then I think I'll start looking into it. It'll be really fun.
Enjoy it, Malin. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Congrats on the movie. Let's chat again soon.
All right. Thanks,
Rich. You got it. There's Malin Akerman right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.